Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and we are looking at the new expansion to Hearthstone, the WitchWood. The solo adventure is now out. It came out about a week after, I think exactly 7 days after the card expansion came out. Before we go any further, I ask everybody to subscribe and click the notification bell, and probably follow me on some of the social media links down below in the description box. That way there's at least a few different ways you could get notifications if YouTube decides to send out notifications, which is about 50-50. So we have a special card pack we're gonna get, and it does actually look like it is some kind of special card pack. Like, maybe this isn't just gonna be a WitchWood card pack. That would make the most sense, but if it was something even more special, that'd be great. Honestly, I would really like to see Hearthstone add like a golden card pack that is way more expensive, but it's guaranteed to give you legendaries or guaranteed to give you golden versions of cards. Yes, I suppose this is just a WitchWood card pack. Anyways, to get to the single player, we have it here. There is the monster hunt, and then there's apparently a final challenge. Let's see what this final challenge is. Unlocked by completing the monster hunt. Defeat the terrible and power behind the WitchWood using 4 monster hunting heroes. Unlike Catacombs, Kobolds, and Catacombs, the single player dungeon run experience had you playing as all 9 of the characters, all 9 of the heroes, so your paladin, your shaman, your mage, all of them, fighting a decent collection. I would estimate there's probably about 26 enemies that you're going to be fighting in Dungeon Run. WitchWood's going in a different direction. It's going to have you play as 4 specific heroes. This may be the last opportunity for this expansion to give us any kind of storyline or dialogue that is actually in Hearthstone. If you're a World of Warcraft fan, you probably know a lot more about the WitchWood. If you're getting your lore from other sources, certainly you probably know a lot more. But as somebody who, for the most part, only plays Hearthstone, I felt very left out. Like, you would think from this image that this guy is the main bad guy, but from what I've heard, it's actually an actual witch. I think her name's Agatha, and they really haven't done anything to highlight her. Is this her over there? Maybe. So we're gonna find and defeat terrible creatures lurking in the WitchWood while using 4 unique monster hunting heroes. So the find as an idea probably is not true. I bet we're just gonna go through 10 battles like the dungeon run against progressively stronger minions and monsters. Well, 8 challenges. So the thing that might be different here is we'll definitely have different characters we'll fight. There's probably 2 or 3 level 1 challenge characters, but we may also not get more cards added to our deck like in the dungeon run, and we may not get special power-ups and special cards added to our collection too. That would change things a little bit. Let's see, this has a passive power that frankly, looking at my TV across the room, I cannot read it. So we're going to take on Gobbles. Now, what really killed Kobolds and Catacombs Dungeon Run was the fact that they wanted you to defeat all 8 challenges with all 9 heroes, and they gave you a lousy card back for it. And I spent way too much time and way too much energy doing that. this seems a lot more doable. So we'll start with this one, Tess Greymane, who is, I suppose, not the equivalent to any of the heroes we've played with before. And frankly, I don't think Hearthstone could ever really afford to go too crazy with adding more heroes. But, you know, they probably could. This is a rogue, I suppose, because of this little rogue symbol here. So it's going to be rogue class cards, but she has a different hero power. That's not actually a terrible thought. If you could have two rogues with two different hero powers, it would help with the ranked play and having fewer people playing the exact same decks over and over again. But it would probably also hurt with the attempt to try to keep the cards balanced. Scavenge your first spells to turn the monster's power against itself. And the hero power is Scavenger, 2 mana to discover a... I'll read that on the next screen. It's still too small. Hearthstone, not quite built to be played on the TV from 10 feet away. So it's kind of easy to win the first battle on any of these. It should be. Because if the first battle is incredibly difficult, then people are going to just rage quit. They only have 10 health, you only have 10 health. You only have 6 cards. Apparently this guy is the father of this girl. So 8 cards to 6 cards. So that tells you a lot. Discover a class spell that has been played this game. So this wouldn't even work right now because no class spell cards have been played. Is that? Whenever friendly beast dies, draw a card. So you could cause this guy to draw cards to the point where he was out of cards, and then you'd start taking fatigue damage. Like, for instance, this. Draw a class spell. Like, this really shouldn't work. Or if anything, it should give me a beast card. But it's really the wrong move to do right now, so we'll do this instead. So there's 6 damage out of 8 right now. If I do this, that'll cause this one to draw 2 cards. Pretty simplistic to start off with. I guess I could be using my Hearthstone deck tracking app right now to keep an account of what cards have been played, but we really don't need it with such a small amount. Let's see. Just play this and that, and you win. No real surprise there. They get progressively more challenging. The single player experience, I suppose, would give you experience if my main account, my America's account, hadn't already ranked everything up to level 60. Or most of them up to level 60. So that allows new players to try to do some single playing while expanding their level. However, expanding your level really doesn't matter that much. Now my health will start at 15. So I could get... These are the exact same things, I believe, that were available in Kobolds and Catacombs. Like, definitely Double your starting health was one. Definitely starting with an extra mana crystal was one. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost one less now. Frankly, doubling your starting health is a great one to go by, and it doesn't appear enough. So this is exactly like Kobolds and Catacombs. Except for there's only 4 hunters characters. So I could go down the copycat route and add 3 cards, one of which is Lore Warcraft Show, which you probably don't need. I could go down the specialist route and get Head Crack, which might be worth it actually for cheap shot. Or I can go down the Old Bones route and get this. Now what's going to be crazy is almost certainly some of these later beasts are going to have some crazy effects. In the dungeon run for Kobolds and Catacombs, there was one guy that had extremely poisonous spores that could kill an enemy hero by doing any damage whatsoever. And there was a guy with extremely strong taunt creatures that made it very difficult to win. And so I'm thinking stealing an opponent's card might be a good idea over this specialist. So I'm going to take Old Bones. Yep. It really is going to take building up a level of familiarity with your enemies and the range of enemies that you can play. And I believe they're promising that there's a lot more creatures in this one than in the Kobolds and Catacombs dungeon run. So it's very possible that throughout your entire experience, you might not ever see Gnarlroot again. Or maybe you'll see him all the time. That's really just going to be discovered as I continue to play him. I kind of wish there was a little bit more difference. Or maybe a little bit more distance between the release of this single player expansion and Kobolds and Catacombs expansion, since they were back to back. That they're at the danger of it feeling pretty repetitive. Alright, so take 2 damage, summon a 2/2 Trent. I kind of hope all this dialogue that's playing right now, it only happens the first time. Otherwise, we're gonna be listening to a lot of annoying dialogue. And so he's hurting himself to make a Trent, splintering himself effectively. Which one of your enemies is attacked. Spell damage. Just play this. I suppose that's the right move. So just the fact that I have double health probably makes it pretty easy to succeed on this one. Alright, can I do this and then this? Maybe that was a bad move, maybe that was the right move. Yeah, that was probably a bad move. Okay. This one and then this one. Play that there. What do we want to do here? Steal a card, I suppose, while playing a minion. Restore all characters to full health on the 9th turn. That is good to know that that's going to happen. So we're kind of in a race now to try to do 12 damage, and it's gonna prove itself to be difficult. Let's play this one. Still can't really do anything, so I'm gonna end my turn. He has 10 cards, I have 3 cards. So if he just manages to make me run out of cards, there's going to be an issue. Okay. So what do we want to do? Kill this one, I suppose. Play this. Do this, this, this. Do that, and then do that and win. Didn't really run all the numbers there, didn't do all the math, just kind of got lucky. Yes, for somebody who has an account that's already at rank 60, it seems kind of pointless to do more of this. So, yeah, that's the Witch of the Witchwood, I suppose. And the only lore we're going to get. And we had to wait a week into the expansion to get the lore because they wanted people to buy card packs and play each other. And they didn't really care, probably too much about this. Let's see. Do I want Greymane or do I want this? Seems like I'm going to have to take a weapon or I'm going to have to specialize in spell damage. I think taking a weapon is probably a good one, so I'm going to take the run and gun expansion. So there's the witch Hagatha. I may have called her Agatha earlier. I would have much preferred them to let us play the single player a week before purchasing the cards. Considering the Tavern Brawl the week before the expansion came out did let us play some of the new cards. So why not give the single player expansion the week before instead? Leave the Tavern Brawls alone or greatly improve them if I prefer, so that they were easier to win and gave card packs to new players. Add a random 1-cost minion to your hand for Call of the Raven. Okay. He starts with 16 cards, I start with 12. So playing any strategy that's going to require a lot of a really high number of cards is not going to work well. Do this, and then we'll kill this. Who is this character, by the way? Ravencaller Causelwort? We haven't seen anything too crazy so far. So, if we could do this, and then we play this again, and continue to power up this guy. What does this one do? Draw a card. If it's a minion, transform it into a chicken. We'll play this. And we'll play this. We'll attack the face. And we'll attack this one to continue to protect our 3-1. And that should put us at 9 damage of 14 remaining. So he's going to play 2 Wraths and kill those 2. Let's see, play this. Oops. Friendly beast +2 and immune this turn, sure. Play that. And that. Attack. I think we've got this in the bag. Unless he does something really crazy. Yeah, it really does seem like it is just... This is a deck built around summoning all the bird characters in the game. As if birds were a special type of character class, which they aren't. I wish they would introduce maybe 1 or 2 character classes, but frankly, they haven't even done justice to the mech character class. Think we're gonna win here. So, kind of no reason to even play cards, just attack. And that gets us 3 out of 8 battles. If I make it all the way to the end, that'd be great for this recording. Let's see. Give your minions +1/+1 taunt, upgrade this, and shuffle it into your deck. So then I assume it would give your minions +2/+2 in taunt next time. Silence any minions attacked with this weapon. These feel like they are new. And discover 1 of... What does that say? Tess's weapons and equip it. Return this to your hand. Is this character called Tess? I think I'll take this one. Hopefully that's the right choice. This will give your weapon poisonous. This adds adds extra damage. Or do I need more characters to go down the pirate route? I don't think we're making a pirate deck. And then you've got 2 of these that would make your weapons cheaper, so I'll take this. I didn't realize we were going to be so weapon heavy this time. But rogue class cards, I mean, can certainly make a weapon deck for a rogue. Although Hearthstone hasn't been super keen on their weapons. They pretty much didn't like and nerfed all their weapons in an attempt to start over in previous expansions. So maybe now they're at the point where they can start over and potentially add some more weapons in the next expansion. The WitchWood card expansions, the cards I found incredibly boring, so if the next expansion is really boring too, then that's gonna really hurt what little enthusiasm I have for this game. Deal 1 damage to your opponent for each minion they control. Okay. So I should... I mean, if you had a full board, you would be taking 7 damage. Let's see, shuffle this into your deck. It keeps us enchantments. So mostly, for the most part, this is just going to be focused on playing weapons and not doing more. But see, he's playing tricks too. I've just come to realize. Alright. So we've got to do this much damage. So we do this and this and this. And we'll play this and then do that. And in the turn, that'll give me 3 attacks at 3 damage, and then it will come back to my hand. I don't want to let him get coins, so I'll play a taunt. That makes a lot of sense. 12 cards to 22 cards. Let's see. Can I play this? And then that. Just try to do as much damage as possible. I'll take 4 damage this turn. Or 3 damage. Okay. Well, we're in trouble now. Let's start by drawing a card. And this would add a random card. We kind of need to kill things.
Hey, lights out.
Either one of these would, I think, do it. So let's do this. Do that. This will give a random friendly minion +1/+1. Probably should have waited before I did that. This one will kill that one. And that goes back in the deck. Let's steal a card. Do this and that. We still got plenty of health because we're doubling our health. What is this, guys? Whenever your opponent casts a spell, add a coin to your hand. We've got 7, 8, 9 here. We've got a victory. This, that, and that one. But it is getting more difficult. We're running low on cards, and the effects that these monsters have, these beasts have, are a lot more. And I guess I won't even get the card pack until I get 10 victories. So we could continue, we could go down the pirate route. We could go down the shadow step and jade route. Or we can go down the resourceful route. Like, I don't think I need to draw more cards. So I don't think resourceful is a good move. And notice we're not getting a special item every time. They kind of are rare. I think we're gonna go with the shadow step route because and the jade and the rough route because that's at least a little bit different. And you kind of want diversity plays. Just different things because you just don't know what you're gonna go against. See, this guy looks like he's just a improved version of the splinter creature that we already fought, and that was what happened on occasion in the kobolds and catacombs too, is you'd have a easy version of a bad guy, and then there'd be a much stronger version of the bad guy later on, at a higher tier, which can get repetitive, but it usually you don't see them in the same run. We haven't been doing... It sounds like there's a little visual, audio glitch there. We haven't been doing any of the greetings or anything to see what this character sounds like, so we can play with that. But you probably get a different response for every enemy. It's probably just this chop chop each time. So I wonder if this Tess lady, if she's saying she's part of the Uncrowned, if she was supposed to be a princess. I recently realized that in Hearthstone there are no like female humanoid princesses in the game at all. They've just not done it. Like, there are a few female humanoid characters, but they're not labeled as a princess. She's not labeled as that anyways. And that wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that there's at least 5 male princes that are labeled as prince. Like Prince Malchazar, I guess, is a demon, but he's still humanoid-ish. It opens the door for an opportunity for an expansion. And maybe even a World of Warcraft storyline that may have not happened. I'm not familiar enough, of course, with the lore of World of Warcraft to say if there's a reason for that. Are there no princesses in that game? There's like one queen, maybe 2 queen characters, cards, but again, not humanoid, really. What's this ability? Choose a minion, add a 2/2 copy of it to your hand that costs 2. So, gonna have to be real careful on this. And see, if I do this and use my hero power, for some reason that doesn't count as a combo card. Fortunately, I got a 0 mana cost. Let's see. Want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. He started with, he's at 22 cards, I'm at 16. When we get to the second to last, or the last boss, it's going to be really, really important. Well, it's going to be a major factor if I don't have enough cards. See, if he can get 2/2 copies of Jade Golems, that could be a considerable issue, since Jade Golems tend to get bigger and bigger when they're summoned, but they're usually summoned by spell or effect, so they may not actually get bigger. So we've got this. Do we have anything else we can play if we play this? Not really. So take this one on and take this one on, and we'll play this. And attack here, and attack here. Down to 26 now. So the other 3 heroes, of course, will have different hero abilities. I'm not sure how much that really is going to affect or change things. This is probably the best one to play right now. Let's see. If I took this back and played it again, it would lose its enchantments, so I don't see a real reason for that. So we'll just move forward and end the turn. So let's play this, and let's play this, and what do I want? Seems like I could gain a mana crystal, I could destroy a minion, I could do that, and that's probably the best one to do. And play this. I'm still good on health, so I don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, I probably won next turn. Unless he does something really crazy. So I need to discover another card because I need to do 1 damage, and I don't really have a way of doing 1 damage right now. Deal 2 damage, there we go. Alright, next thing we do is we just attack here, and then do that and win. I probably wouldn't have lost the next turn anyway, so I still would have won the turn after that. Alright, so now we have a first aid kit, which I think this is new. At the end of your turn, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. Interesting. At the start of your turn, draw 2 cards. I doubt I need to do that. Or enemy minions cost 1 more. And this was one that was definitely, these 2 were definitely in the previous expansion, single player expansion, and I could never really quantify how valuable it really was to make your opponent spend more mana. Is it worth getting 2 health restored at all time? I'm gonna take the first aid kit since it's new, but that might be the wrong choice. Freeze trap secrets and summoning wolves when you play a secret. I don't really have enough secrets to go down that route. Choose a minion, shuffle 3 copies into your deck. Summon another Jade Golem. Summon another Jade Golem. That's probably a good move. Or I could play Rapid Fire. Whenever you play a card, gain +1/+1. Each player draws 2 cards. And Backstab. Backstab would be good, but drawing cards is not good, and this one is alright at best. So we go down the Jade route some more. And then we're on challenge 6 of 8, the Whisperer. It's been pretty easy so far, but I did find in the dungeon runs of Kobolds and Catacombs that the very first game I played was really, really easy, and then they got really, really hard after that. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or if it was just kind of a fluke. But in the end, to get all 9 heroes to have beaten all 8 challenges, it took me hundreds and hundreds of games and battles. It was a crazy amount of time, probably a full month of spending extra effort playing Hearthstone in an area where you don't really want to play Hearthstone, because you'd much prefer to be playing ranked right now, earning gold for every 3 wins, even though this might be a slightly more fun experience. It doesn't reward you as well. Interesting. So the Whisperer gives all spells echo, which is interesting because that means if I get I'll play this stealth one for that reason. He has 26 cards and I have 22. So he started with 30 cards basically. So if I get a card that says deal 2 damage and summon a 1/1 Jade, and then I echo it, it will then summon a 2/2 Jade the second time I play it, a 3/3 Jade the third time I play it. You could play it as many as 5 turns if you have 10 mana crystals. This guy's not too big of an issue. You just don't use your hero power for that 1 turn. And meanwhile, do I want to play a taunt to protect myself? Maybe. Echo cards can only be echoed in the same turn, so it's unlikely he has another spell that would transform his minions. But that spell could have been echoed multiple times if he had more mana crystals. So here we go. Deal 3 damage, summon a 1/1 Jade. Deal 3 damage, summon a 1/1 Jade combo. See, now it would be a 2/2 Jade if I had more mana crystals, but I don't, so oops on that. So you might have wanted to hold on to that card till later, but I think it will work just fine here. Maybe I do need to be a little bit more careful. He's going to start healing himself with spells, which that's going to be a nightmare. We could play this. And in a weird, funny way, I don't think this will echo because it doesn't quite qualify as a spell. See, no echo. So we'll try to combo this next turn and give somebody a poison. Poisonous. Whenever this attacks a minion, it may attack again. What? Oh, I guess he used inner rage to kill my character. He's just gonna keep on doing this until he heals himself up to maximum. And he's probably gonna give himself inner rage while also killing all my characters because it's not even gonna matter. Well, it seems like his AI is a little dumb. Or maybe not. Excuse me. So he's at a 15-1. Will he continue? Or 13-1? Yeah, Yeah, I don't see a reason why he doesn't just keep on going. And you don't even have the rope here as a timer that would slow him down, so he can just keep on doing this. So I would really want to draw the card. Well, I didn't draw the card I wanted, but good enough anyways. Do this. Give this one poisonous. Kill this one. Play this. And attack. Of course, I have to start all over again. I think he's got me beat, honestly. As long as he can keep on playing spells. Like, I don't know how you get around this. I can steal his cards, I suppose. And like Inner Rage. Yeah, I'll steal Inner Rage from him. And I'll wait till next turn to use it. Because I'm trying to have as many of his guys on the field. So like this entire run of enemies doesn't matter. Okay, it might matter now, but actually it probably still doesn't matter. Wow, and he's just playing Evolve on everything. Okay. So this, and then this, and then this. We're gonna have to really just quickly work through all of this as much as possible. So I can do this one twice. I can do this one many times, 5 times. Talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. I can do this one 4 times. I've really just stolen his strategy and used it for my own. But this would only work in the instance of somebody having a passive ability like this. I don't believe there's a lot of little flickering and enchantment things. Maybe my eyesight haven't woken up enough, maybe. Cannot see anything today. So we do that. We do that. We do that. And we end the turn. Ah, and I healed everything. I forgot I got that first aid kit. So he can't even really hurt me too badly. Well, he still may be able to hurt me pretty badly if he uses all those spells. Well, I played well. I just didn't reckon he would have the Wrath spell. But I cleared the board and I'm at 66 health effectively compared to start by drawing a card. Devolve or destroy random minion or Inner Rage. I'm just gonna take Inner Rage again while we're here. Play this, do this, and do that, and attack. We'll hold on to Inner Rage. And he can just keep on echoing Curse of Fame on me to do massive amounts of damage. I probably don't want to go a second turn taking that much damage. Okay. So let's play this, play this, play this. And these echoed cards don't matter. Let's go ahead and gang up and get more cards. And I guess gang up again and get more cards. And then we'll just hit this guy 5 times. And kill him again. I really have turned his strategy against himself. I'll hit this guy 2 times because he'll get healed at the end anyways. And then we'll attack for 7 and attack for 3, and I'll have no cards at the end of this turn. And steal a card to begin with. We'll take Inner Rage again, I suppose. Unless I want Unstable Portal. No, let's just take Inner Rage again. Take this. Again, do this. And we'll just, I guess, have to go through this whole process. This is going to take forever. We've got to kill this legendary character with a couple more hits. And then we've got to go through the entire process. Wow. You can see why this was not a passive ability allowed in regular ranked play, because this is just going to take forever to do. And see, I won't have enough damage to win this turn, because if I did, I would frankly just do it. Actually, let's test that, because I might be wrong about that. I might be doing my math just a little bit wrong. If this goes up to 9 and then it goes up to 11, and then this does 1 damage, that is 12. Okay. So I have a victory. Good. I don't have to use the spell 25 more times to kill all these guys. It would have worked. You don't have a timer. So if for some reason he had 1 more health, I could have gone through all of that, but I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do any of it, actually. I should have just done the math first. So, deadly poison, and another weapon. Secret: when your minions attacks your hero, instead attacks one of its neighbors. Turn a friendly minion to the battlefield from your hand, restore 4 health. Or some weapons and pirate stuff. I think I want 1 more secret more than anything else. So I'm going to take resourceful. So, yes, challenge 7 of 8. If maybe we'll get lucky here. Maybe we'll get lucky. We need to... I want to keep Shadow Step, but that might be a mistake. The problem with the Kobolds and Catacombs dungeon run is if you die, you have to start all over at the beginning, and that gets rather frustrating. I wish if you lost, you could just replay your current battle. That still wouldn't really help if you had done a poor job picking your cards to expand your deck. Starting with 30, I'm almost at 30. I'm like one short. But so it would be nice if there's a retry, but even if you went to here and click concede, I bet you'd have to start over from the beginning, and that wastes a lot of people's time. And there was never like a you've defeated this level 10 minion 100 times so you don't have to fight him anymore. There's no concept like that, so that is why it took me nearly a month. So this one just summons 1/1 wisps, which are frankly not going to be too big of a deal unless she's plays some other cards on top of them. So I'm just gonna steal this, and I guess you get a small rock by default. Might as well use it. I'm gonna use it on the face though. No sound effect. Alright. We'll just play this. And that didn't do anything special. And summon more wisps. Just doesn't feel like there's much here to do. We'll just take that spell again, and we'll just play this card. And then, I guess, end the turn. So Death Rattle will give you minions +1 attack. I imagine there's a bunch of buffs like that. I imagine it's 100% buffs like this. Okay, so we'll play this, and then do this, and end the turn. And that's gonna wear out the Sword of Justice, so they'll only have a couple of ones that are 2/2s. And what do we want to do? Deal 3 damage combo. We do probably want to do that, but maybe not yet. Do I want to play that? Or do I want to play this? I'm gonna play this. That way, if I can play Shadow Step, maybe I could play this twice and just attack the face. Yeah, we're starting to hit buffs. Buffs that are gonna be an issue. I don't exactly know how to beat this, honestly. Just gonna have to play some taunt minion. Kill this, summon our first Jade Golem. And I guess we could give some power-ups and taunts. Yeah, I probably should play that card every turn I have it in my hand. Maybe I should kill minions and play more board control. Because everything they do is just gonna power buff something. Let's see. Steal a card. Don't want. Summon wisps or give them all 2+2/+2. I'm gonna take this. And I guess play this. Kill one of these guys. +5/+5 and taunt. So we're at equal numbers of cards right now, but I would have really appreciated that guy. Let's see. This one wouldn't kill that one. So we want this back so we can play this again. And let's go ahead and just kill this guy. This. Get a couple more of those, I guess. And I guess we're just in the turn there. This is getting a little bit more complicated. More of a struggle. Hmm. 15 to 18 cards now. Let's play this. We really need the Fan of Knives. And might as well play this one too. Let's see. Does this kill it? No. Does this kill it? No. Does this kill it? It has 8 health. I'm having trouble reading. That kills it. Yes. That doesn't. Alright, so we play that one. And we kill that one. And we kill that one. And I'm willing to use that to kill that. And that leaves us in a good position because we'll end our turn and first aid a couple of people too. Yeah, he's just running out of cards. Because his... inherently, this is probably a lesson in having really weak cards in your deck to begin with. Let's see. It keeps its enchantments, so if I give this poison... First things first, play this. And give it poisonous for what that's worth. And I think we'll probably want to steal steal something here. Yeah, this is a fine card to play. Play this and see if it triggers any traps or secrets. Just an eye for an eye. And then we'll attack with our weakest minion to see if that does anything. Apparently it doesn't. And let's see. Yeah, this just goes back in our deck, so there's no problem with using that. I think we've got this. 11 cards to 15 cards. Double death rattling these characters so that they return to the hand. Let's see. What do I want to steal as a card? Let's do this. Yeah, let's just buff our minions and see if this happens to be enough to get me all the way to victory without actually doing any of the math. There we go. Great. That was a little tricky, but that's like the first one that's even given me a little bit of trouble. I could just be having beginner's luck, certainly. And so we now pick one of the special cards. Let's see. A 5 mana, 5 attack, 5 health minion that puts 5 random hunter secrets onto the battlefield. It'd be slightly interesting, certainly. A 3 mana, 3 attack, 6 health minion that's whenever a spell is cast, gain spell damage +2. I don't think I particularly would get a lot of use out of that. I mean, I'm not going to get a lot of use out of any of these cards since they're only going to be for the last battle. Or Battlecry, discover a treasure for a 1/5. This is nice and cheap as a minion, and treasures can be good. So I think we'll live with that one. Now, do we want more poison? Or do we want maybe something else? I kind of don't need sprint. And snipe and deadly shot would be nice. But I think I'm going to just stick with the weapons concept. So she is a princess. So you may take note that you don't actually fight against Agatha all the time as the 8th challenge, unless they're a little bit off and we are going to play against Agatha after this, which I don't think so. Even the final boss is not a set final boss, it's just a group of final bosses. You kind of need something like a stamp book, and if you don't know what a stamp book is, it's because you're probably young. But there were these sticker books and stamp books that were around in the 70s and 80s, and probably a lot earlier than that, where you would get stickers and try to collect them all. You'd usually get them in packs of cards or something and try to match them all together. There needs to be something like that where every single enemy that you could possibly fight in the game is listed, and you just get a check mark, get a stamp, get something on top of it that that tells you you've beaten this person. And once you had like a full book, that would be the time for them to give you extra packs or potentially a card back or special card, and probably just a card back. You probably will get a card back for beating all 8 challenges with the 4 heroes, and that's fine. But I would like some kind of reward for beating every single type of enemy. Draw a weapon from your deck. So this is a full-on weapon deck. We know what it is, so we kind of know how to deal with it. They start with 30 cards. We started with 32 cards or 33 cards. In Kobolds and Catacombs, it felt like you had a lot more than 30 cards by the time you're at the challenge, on the 8th challenge. So it seems like they've rebalanced it to make the games a little bit shorter in the later games, because you could play an 8th challenge game in Kobolds and Catacombs and it take for a really, really long time. Let's see, do I want to do this or do I want to steal a card? I'm gonna wait to steal a card and try to build up my Jade Empire. So I'm seeing that this guy is just drawing cards, and then apparently he also has an ability to expand his hand, so he's not gonna run out of cards. Instead, he's going to fill his hand with mostly garbage. I would suppose would be the best way to explain that one. Well, we can do this and this. So we see now why he has to draw weapons is because he's gonna fill his hand with fill his hand and deck with bad cards. Alright, so start by drawing a card and end the turn. That's kind of all I could do. So now every time, now I can fill up his hand with kind of pointless and useless cards. Let's try this. This. And then we want to play this. He doesn't give me a coin for a coin. That sucks. Oh well. And so, do I want to copy myself and gang up some more? Sure. And so now when he draws cards, he's gonna destroy his cards. So maybe I can destroy his deck a little bit by doing that. This is why Jade Golem was such a good system. And he's got no more weapons, apparently. Yeah, it seems like all he has is Kingsbane and something built around improving Kingsbane. Right. Steal a card. And do we want to restore 4 health? If we go blow for blow, I think I'm gonna win. I think, but I could be wrong. The one card I don't have is something that would destroy a weapon. Okay. If I attack this one, I kind of have to attack this one. Do this. And then play this. And then let's go ahead and just kill this guy. Oh, I needed to kill this guy, actually. And take this. This is not gonna work well. I've got to kill this guy like this first, and then I've got to wait. Yeah, I've got to wait. I gotta wait till next turn to attack this guy, or like I should have attacked that before this Trog was summoned, and that would have made sense. Haven't seen Blade Fury in a long time. Give your weapon poisonous. Do I want to do that? And it kind of can only do one thing. And see, this doesn't keep its enchantments, so if I draw a card, it would still be really expensive. So I kind of have to do this. Go and kill this guy, I suppose. I think I'm gonna lose.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Yeah, this dead man's hand concept again. Like, he's just gonna keep on playing the same cards into his hand. Alright. Well, now we can finally play some cards. So let's take another one of these and start by trying to kill this one. That didn't work. How much damage does this guy take? Just 2, I believe. And I have 3 cards, but I can't really do anything with it. So I have to end the turn here. Oh, this guy. This weapon. This weapon is gonna just keep on wrecking me. Alright. What do we want to do? Let's draw a card. Do this. Play this. Do 2 damage. Let's see, do we actually need to do 2 damage to anything? No, we can just do 2 damage to the face. And then we can play this. Actually, I had enough to play this too. That was a mistake. But whatever. Give your weapon +2 attack. I prefer not to do that. In fact, I'd prefer just to hit the face. Should I take this guy back? Since he's probably gonna die next turn? Now he'd lose his enchantment anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's at still about 30 cards while I'm at 23. I need to kill this one. Well, he did it for me. Draw a card. And draw this. And I guess play this. And play this. It's possible I'm gonna win here. But it's also possible I'm not. I just don't have a weapon. Right. Dead Man's Hand. Or one more of these. What would Dead Man's Hand actually give me? Nothing. So that's kind of pointless. But it is important to do this. So that we can do this. Like, I'm probably just gonna hold on to this, actually. Like, it's not gonna make a big difference in the next turn. So I'm gonna hold on to this just so I can use it next turn when I get yet another of the exact same spell. That one spell I've been playing has been saving the day. But I kind of have to win this next turn, don't I? Like, I'm down to 6 health. if he had a single spell that could do that much damage. Let's see. Take this, play this, do that. See, this would have done only 2 damage anyways. That leaves us at 18. We've got 21 damage. We are done. Victory. And like I said, it really felt like the first battle of these you win. Either because of beginner's luck, or maybe it goes easy on you the first time. I bet this next time I try to do this, it'll be a lot more difficult. Monster Hunter cleared. So we defeated it with that tracker. So that's 1 run complete, 8 monsters done. So when we come back in here, remember you have to complete the monster hunt to get the secondary one. In comparison, there was no secondary, more difficult set of battles. So I'm assuming these will just be the same for hunters with more difficult bosses, which that probably is a nice way to beat it. And you can see that you have a different boss. There's probably 3, maybe even 4. Maybe they've expanded how many different types of bosses you will have at the challenge level 1. And you'll see that there's a crown now on this. So to play as the other characters, which I won't bother to do now, because actually I don't know what the reward is for doing all of this. This one would you'd have to position your field artillery to dominate the battlefield, and it has a different hero power. And this is a, what is the symbol? A warrior. This is a hunter character class. Harass the foes with rubbish bloodhounds, and that has a different hero power. And then this is your mage spell cast. Don't like the results of a turn, manipulate the timeline, start your turn over. Interesting. I don't know how useful that really would be, honestly, to start over from the beginning. But it might actually be pretty useful. And then just you have 5 empty spaces where that's, I imagine, those would have been heroes. So before we wrap up here, there's not a lot to say here. They may have done a nice little tweak by making it so that, just mark off these new cards while we're here. I must have opened a card pack at some point yesterday and it not lock in. By separating the battles by a easy tier and a hard tier, that feels like you're going to get a little bit better results and not as much of a struggle to get half of the players, the new players to Hearthstone, involved and interested in playing the monster hunts. Whereas I could have seen and understood if a lot of people tried the dungeon runs of Kobolds and Catacombs, got 1 victory out for 1 hero, but then never bothered to do any of the others. So there's some card backs here that are from previous single player expansions, which they're not doing anymore, for defeating them in heroic mode. It was never worth it in Nexaramus or Blackrock Mountain or League of Explorers to really do the heroic mode. It's just too much of a frustration. Or One Night in Karazhan. Whereas doing these dungeon runs is possibly worth it if you really want some card backs. So this is acquired by completing the monster hunt with all 4 heroes and defeating Hagatha. So I suppose there's more to this than meets the eye. You're going to beat them with all 4 heroes, and then Hagatha seems like they're going to show up. She's going to show up, and you'll get the card back. So I don't know what the heroic level is going to reward you with. It doesn't seem like it rewards you with anything. This one's acquired from purchasing. This one's a special promotion. They did say eventually they're going to come up with a new way of maybe crafting these card backs, particularly the ones that were special promotion ones that you could not get whatsoever. Like, this one is a ranked games from 2015, May 2015, I believe. This one is April, I believe that's 2015. Again, can't read the tiny text. This one's from June 2014. Like, you just cannot possibly get these card backs if you're a new player. This one is make it to rank legend. I could see them not letting you make that. But card backs aren't that important really anyways. But I could certainly see people wanting them. Like, play Heroes of the Storm to level 15 to get that one. Yeah, no thank you. Warlords of Draenor Digital Deluxe Edition. How do you get that? Is that a World of Warcraft expansion? Legacy of the Void Digital Deluxe Edition? Is that a StarCraft thing? Overwatch Origins Collector's Edition? So you have to buy all of Blizzard's other things? Battle for Azeroth Collector's Edition? Wow, I didn't even know these existed. And then there's some that are just, you would have had to pre-purchase card backs to get those too. There's so many of these. Let's look over here and see if maybe there's a new hero you get. It doesn't seem like it. Most of these heroes have to be purchased. I would like to be able to craft those with dust too. There are definitely things you can't get playing free to play only. The latest character was this one, which I'll go ahead and make our favorite for Druid. But yeah, so there's no new hero, and it seems like there's no card back. So unless it's a scenario where the final challenge, I guess maybe the final challenge is Hagatha, and it's just going to be one battle instead of four heroic versions of the monster hunts. I guess I'll have to see if I can get there. But we've been going long enough in this recording. You've seen the solo adventure. Again, I feel like it would have been much smarter to release this a week earlier. It would have hyped people into the new expansion. I need to get 2 more victories to get a card pack, and it's not even really a big deal. So all of that might just be part of what I do. When do I want to do it? I'll be streaming a regular live stream tomorrow on Friday, but I'll be covering the news, and for the most part I'll probably be playing regular play. But I probably could get away with doing some solo adventure stuff too, and so I think I probably want to do that tomorrow and not have today's special stream go on forever. So that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of those links are down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further than doing all of that, friend me on Steam and gift me a game that's on my wish list, or just give me a game in general, and then I'll have more games to cover. When you subscribe, please click the notification bell. We're really trying to see if that works and helps things. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.